Let's pour one out for the black community. They are finished, cooked, finished. Yo, so BlueFace mama decides that she's gonna launch an OnlyFans on the best day of the year, which is BlueFace's birthday. Which is, I don't know what to say about this, man. Like, this OnlyFans shit is out of pocket. You go on YouTube, and it's now like a funnel to people's OnlyFans. You go on TikTok, they're just showing you fucking hidden clips or fucking OnlyFans clips. Like, I don't know what's going on. The interwebs is really like, it's cooking motherfuckers. And so anyway, BlueFace is dealing now with his mom, who's told him that his dick is small, that his girlfriend ain't shit, and basically has demeaned the man in every possible way possible. And she decided to put the final blow in the coffin, which is put out an OnlyFans via Instagram Live, or her within the spa, saying that she's going to launch her OnlyFans page on his birthday. Now, we got to really examine this, the black community, because one of the things that largely confused me is, like, how are we so fucking dysfunctional? Well, I should say I dissociate myself. I'm now a part of the Logical Black Man Society. And a part of the Logical Black Man Society, which we are the true minority of America, I look and I examine these things and I watch and I say, wow, like, what would make a mom want to fucking put out nudity on her son's birthday to just fuck with him? And now this kind of explains a lot why BlueFace is the way he is, because it makes me question, like, was this the way his childhood was? Was his mom just always doing fucked up shit to him, like just demeaning his dad? Because I can't imagine there was a strong dad in the household and the mom be this out of control. And as a logical, straight thinking black man, I sit back and I try to just put myself in that picture, because to some degree, I think all black men, for the most part, or a high majority of us, we deal with the fucked up mom syndrome, which is like our moms are just out of pocket. Fathers weren't able to control. Usually the father got taken out the household by some way, either divorce or just a baby mama situation. And a lot of black guys, if they're going to be honest with you, they're going to tell you they're struggling with, like, family. A lot of black dudes, they have to disassociate themselves from their family because the majority of their family is made up of black women. And it's not to say that all black women are fucked up in this way, but a large majority are. And we starting to see it play on the interwebs. Like, for example, we had a situation in Chicago where a young, I think 12 or 13-year-old boy killed a man because the mom was out of pocket talking crazy to a guy at a food stop. And the guy said, say another word. And she said some wild out of pocket stuff. The guy punched her and then proceeded to be shot by the young boy. Now, was the man correct in punching that woman? No, that was very feminine to let a woman get you out of your square and end up getting you killed. But really, at the end of the day, you should ask, like, where's the husband? Like, why is this woman just out in the wild with her son? Why does the son even have a gun? That's child neglect. Why did any of this occur? How does any of this happen? And, like, this is not just like a one-time thing. We keep seeing this over and over of black men dealing with just the traumatic fucking experience of just being a single mother household. It really is quite a fucking social experiment or a social thing. Because, like, when I talk to a lot of black guys, at least guys that are successful, most of them tell me the grand majority, either they had a very strong father in the household and he was able to keep everything in line. That's why they grew up proper. But the ones who, like, kind of got out, they're like, bro, I can't be around my family. A lot of my niggas, like, they're just either drug dealing, game banging. My mom's out of pocket. She's always asking me money, always down bad. Got random dudes coming into the crib. And it's just a lot of traumatic shit. Like, I'm almost willing to say, in the black community, the single mother household is more dangerous than being in Iraq. And this is coming from a young man who grew up in a very privileged area. I grew up in a very, very nice, wealthy suburb, but in a single mother single mother household. And there's just a lot of wild shit. A lot of wild shit that you just, like, if you try to explain to people, they're like, what the, how, why, what, huh? Really? That's happened to you? I'm like, yeah, this is just normal activity. And it's insane because it's been normalized so much. Like, when we see a situation like the Sexy Red situation, where she's out here pregnant, making a song saying, fuck my baby daddy and free my nigga from jail. And I'm listening to this shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, where's the men in the household? And you start to notice, and I think this has a lot to do with it, you start to see a lot of black men display very feminine qualities. Because they have the mother spirit of the West, which is since they never had any father influence within their life. A lot of them, they portray or they behave much like their mothers do. Because if you never have a man to teach you how to be a man, and there's never any other, like, male figure to sit around and show you how life is supposed to go and walk you through things, what happens is you take on the identity of your mom because that's all you have. And then you have a bad image of men because your mom's telling you your dad ain't shit, your dad's bucking this, your dad's a piece of shit. And a young man doesn't know how to question because that's his life at the moment. Like when he's growing up, he has to depend upon his mother for food, resources, shelter. And he's scared to test the authority because by testing authority, she threatens to kick you out. She threatens to put you and do all these things to you. And as a man, a lot of guys, what they do is they flee to the streets because that's the only semblance of manhood they see. But what the streets have is not masculinity. What the street has is a bunch of guys portraying to be like masculine, but they're really just feminized guys. That's what all that gang activity is. That gang stuff is not very masculine because the real role of a masculine man is to protect and to serve his community and his family, to make sure food gets put on the table, to make sure he shows up to a job every day, to make sure he works hard. He acts as an example for the community, for the world, to show that I'm a positive influence and I help get people into the right role and help people be constructive and productive in a society. But in the black community, most of the men have been pretty much pushed out to the point now where we have a lot of just like single mothers raising freaking little like effeminate boys. And it's terrifying. It's terrifying as a society because when you look throughout what the repercussions are in the black community, we see that the average like young black boy is on a pipeline to jail or prison. He can't read past the 4th grade level, can't do arithmetic. Even a situation, and the crazy part is even money doesn't help. Like, for example, you look at LeBron James' school. For 3 straight years, not a single fucking student was able to pass the Ohio mathematics assessment. Not a single fucking one in 3 years. And they got plenty of money, plenty of donors, and the money ain't helping. So you know what the thing is? As an educator, what I see is it starts at home. Who's reading to the child? Who's working through the math problems with the child? Who's helping this boy at home? And we're going to be honest with you, it's just simple math. A 2-parent household is much better than a single parent household, whether it be just a father or whether it be just a mother. Now, we have saw statistically black fathers do have better results when it comes to children. They actually do very well as far as making sure the child is reared correctly because that's the structure of a man, but you still need that mother's love. But the idea that we don't see 2-parent households in the black community as a regular thing, like that's a rarity, is fucking terrifying. Because that means there is no black community. There's just merely a bunch of single women and children. And in nature, if you go out in nature, that's not what you see. In nature, there is always a man. There's always a man to protect and serve, to show the young bucks what to do, how to grow, and to be able to guide and protect the clan. There's nobody protecting the black community. The black men are gone. And the ones that are a part of the logical straight thinking black men, they're going out in other places. They're going out and marrying white girls, Chinese girls, Asian girls, Latina girls, and all different nationalities because they're realizing there's no structure. There's no family to be had within the black community. There's no support. We don't value marriage. And you're starting to see it. Look at some of these basketball players. You look at Joe Smith. Joe Smith is suffering right now because he decided he married a stripper, which is just a stripper and a porn star, which is mind-blowing. I don't know. Where's his father? Did his father not walk into and say, hey, son, this is probably not the best idea? You listen to Steven Jackson, same thing. They try to steer him to go into a marriage with no prenup. And he still messed around with a baby. And so you start to look at the community and you say, wow, there's just what we got going on here. And I look at the BlueFace situation with his mom. This is a small microcosm of a bigger, larger societal issue within the black community. Because what we're seeing is there's nobody to check black women. And Kevin Samuels, that's why he became a cult phenomenon. Because he was able to identify, break it down, and explain what is going on. Why is this happening? Like, what's going on? And when you sat there and watched it play out, a fascinating just experiment because we're seeing the results. We're seeing the results. That's why BlueFace tatted his whole face up, his whole body, has a crazy baby mama situation. The general cases keep repeating. So yeah, man, pray for BlueFace, man. That's a terrible fucking thing. That really that's a tragedy. I really hope she's bluffing and just fucking with him just to be an asshole. Like I wish, like that's still terrible to even put that upon your son to fuck with him in that degree. But I pray that this is not real. I hope that she's not going to do it because, man, come on. You're going to be a OnlyFans model at like 50-something years old? Come on. What are we talking about here? Anyway, appreciate you guys listening. Like, subscribe, share.